What's up everyone, Darth Daniello here and welcome in my another movie review video. Today I would like to talk about a film which completely surprised me, in positive way of course. Les Miserables from 2012, directed by Tom Hooper. I've said at the beginning that it surprised me because normally I'm not a big fan of musicals. Well, maybe except few Disney animations and films. And the reason for that is all musicals that I've seen, except of course these few Disney movies, have three basic flaws. Boring, one-dimensional story. On top of that, the story is always dominated by songs. And the last flaw is that whenever someone in those films starts to sing, it always seems so awkward and unnatural. And that's why when I heard for the first time about Les Miserables, I didn't pay too much attention to it. But last year in December, at one wonderful day, it was Sunday I believe, I was going through the TV channels looking for something interesting to watch, and on CBS Europe I stumbled upon Russell Crowe and Hugh Jackman while fighting and singing. At first I didn't know what is going on or what is this film, but I've got so into it that I've watched it till the end, and a few weeks later, in January this year, I've bought this Polish release on Blu-ray. And after watching this film from the beginning till the end, I must admit that this film is completely different than any musicals that I've seen before. It has a rich and entertaining story. Actually, it has one main storyline, around which we have few side stories. Songs and story are working together in this film. And what is important to me, all singing in this film feels so natural. While I was watching this film, it seems to me like this is how people in this film are communicating on daily basis. It wasn't awkward like in other musicals that I've seen before. I don't want to spoil you the story, but at the same time, for those of you who don't know anything about Les Miserables, I would like to give some general idea what this film is about. So everything happens during several years in 19th century in France. Main storyline is about Jean Valjean, played by Hugh Jackman, who in the beginning of the film is in jail, and after his release and some events that follows it, he decides to change his life, break off with the past. Basically, he wants to become an honest man. But the way Jean Valjean does that makes Javert, a police inspector played by Russell Crowe, to chase him to put him back into jail. I would describe Javert as a good but heartless cop. He believes that if someone is bad, stays bad and can never change. So this is really a short description of the main storyline, and as I said before, around it there is a lot of side stories, and all of this builds up to multi-layered and really interesting film. Visual side is really impressive, especially the opening sequence. When I was watching Les Miserables for the first time, opening reminds me a little bit opening from from a Disney animation Frozen. Both openings starts underwater and both have this work song sung by a group of working men. Film was shot in 185:1, or in other words 16:9 aspect ratio, so it fills up nicely whole mother screen. Most of the scenes are kept in dark and cold colors, which expose the dirt and filth of the French streets. Overall, I would say visual side is really good. It puts you perfectly in 19th century in France. The actors' performance in this film is also really impressive. You can really feel that they've put their whole heart, soul and body into their performance. Even children that are in this film did a really good job. We have here stars like previously mentioned Russell Crowe, Hugh Jackman. We have also here Anne Hathaway, who was rewarded with Academy Award for her performance in this film, and I think she really deserves it. When I heard about this film for the first time and who's gonna be in it, I thought that hiring Maximus and Wolverine to play in musical is a really crazy idea, but after watching this film I must admit that I was wrong about cast and this whole film. And although initially I thought Les Miserables isn't film for me, and now it is one of my favorite film in my collection. I've already watched it 3 or 4 times and I will be definitely watching it many times in the future. I definitely encourage you to watch it, even if you are not a fan of musicals. Give it a watch, maybe you will like it as I have. Anyway, Les Miserables gets from me 5 stars out of 5. I really like it and I really encourage you to give it a watch. You might be really positively surprised. So yeah, I think that's it for this review. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button and consider subscribing. If for some reason you didn't enjoy it, well, hit the dislike button. I'm not afraid. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and possibly the questions in comment section below. If you want to watch trailer for this film, click here or use link in the description below. One more time, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And as always, may the force and the good films be always with you. Darth Daniel Law, over and out.